Hello and welcome to the final episode of Extra Time. So far this term we've brought you highlights from women's football and men's rugby league. Today we've got action from men's 13 football against Nottingham. Here is what else is coming up on the show. Match analysis with Tim Arstall. An interview with sports officer Ruby Compton-Davis. A rock climbing taster in Get Involved. And finally, ball sport news with Luke Brown. Before the match, I caught up with captain Alex Roberts, and here's what he had to say. Hi Alex, so you've got a match today against Nottingham's 14. How are you expecting to do?
We're expecting to win, first and foremost. It's a cup game, second round, so we're looking to progress. Cup's a good opportunity for us to, pick up a bit of silverware this year. So very optimistic going into this game and hoping for a good performance and a good result.
And have you got any specific tactics you're going to be playing out?
Just to continue playing the way we do. We kind of look to play the ball on the floor, quite a fluid game, using the midfield three who rotate quite a lot. And we've got a very, very good striker. He's very clinical in front of goal, so if we can kind of create opportunities for him, we'll definitely come out with the right result.
And have you got any star players we should be watching out for?
Star players wise, we're very dangerous out wide, I'd say. We've got a lot of attacking talent within the team, but out wide, particularly Stuart Brighton on the left and Mark Clement on the right, will cause any team's problem, so they're definitely two to have a watch out for.
Great, best of luck.
Thank you.
Hello there and welcome to WTV's coverage of University of Warwick versus University of Nottingham football highlights. I'm Fraser Bernstein, I'm here with Tim Arstall. Tim, looking forward to the game?
Yeah, absolutely, Fraser. It's going to be an interesting game if Nottingham are good at football as they are. Being punctual, actually, turning up to this game a little late.
Indeed. As the match kicks off there, with Warwick shooting from right to left, playing 4-3-3-1 formation. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm really glad to see it. You often see sort of very static 4-4-2s, but it seems like they're going for some creativity in midfield, and I'm looking forward to some attacking football here, driving forwards. Indeed, as Warwick do make inroads into the Nottingham half. Stuart Bryan there on the left, and passing to that left attacking mid, or centre attacking mid, sorry, Mark Clement, putting in a good shift already. Keepers will have a bit of a hash of that. And luckily it comes to nothing for Nottingham. A bit of a let-off there. Yeah, another counter here for Warwick, and that's Cipriano, one to watch for the game. And it's Tavison. Oh, squealed underneath the goalkeeper there. I think slightly suspect keeping there, Tim. Yeah, Tavison driving up front, and I believe we have another attack here. This is Cipriano. Oh, stunning finish. Absolutely brilliant. Goal scoring instinct. Opened his body beautifully, didn't they? And a celebration to match there, Fraser, right in front of our cameras. That's fantastic. Great work from Warwick there. 2-0 up, looking very comfortable. Oh, great save. Great save there from the keeper. Yeah, Luke Simpson's been having a great game so far. He's a real rock at the back for Warwick. The corner's played in for Nottingham. Whipped in again. Oh, and clips the angle of post and bar there. It's a fantastic effort. Yeah, Warwick a bit under the cosh at the moment. I think it's important they don't get complacent having gone 2 goals up. And a great save. Another good save again. And again, fantastic double save there. He's like De Gea using his legs there. Absolutely. Big punch there from Luke Simpson. Flapped it a bit, but making himself known in the box and slightly lucky to garner it there. Indeed. Balls clips in to the Warwick box. Oh, it sneaks in from a set piece as well, Tim. Yeah, sloppy defending, always hard to defend those kind of balls. You never know whether to get a touch on it or not, but it just creeped into the far post. It was a very good delivery. It was. Kick off the second half here. Nottingham putting an early ball into the box, and it's well played there. Warwick defence in the air, been very solid this game. Yeah, Nottingham been very direct, often punting long balls long because the midfield's being locked out by Warwick. I think Alex Roberts is the core of a lot of this. Great team move going on. Fantastic. Mark Clement. Oh, fantastic finish there. A beautiful team goal from Warwick. Yeah, it was a great finish on the half volley. We've got a free kick here. Cipriano. Oh, fantastic finish. Top corner again. This is scintillating stuff from Warwick. Yeah, it didn't suit a right foot to that free kick, but he just hit it and was confident, and the keeper didn't stand a chance there. Great goal. Top left corner. Just what you want. Right in the postage stamp. And the team go and celebrate with him. Yeah, it's really nice to see this unity in the team. They look like they're a really confident outfit. Quick free kick played. It's Clement taken out by the keeper. Cipriano finishes. I think that's a penalty. It's a penalty instead. I think that's for the early challenge. Yeah, good build up from Alex Roberts, and we'll see if Drake can get his hat trick here. Cipriano to cap off what will be a memorable day for him, and easy as you like. Slots it. Keeper on the wrong way. Bottom left corner, simple. Cool as you like. They fed the Drake as they were chanting, and he's completely delivered today. Absolutely, a fantastic play As Nottingham, a fantastic finish, but I think that will be nothing more than a consolation.
Yeah, sloppy finishing there, or sloppy defending, I should say, from Warwick, but no, nevertheless, no tarnish on what was a great team performance from Warwick, and
absolutely
a really great game that we've got here.
That's the full-time whistle goes, and that is our lot. Tim will now join you in the studio for some analysis.
Right, thanks Fraser, and we are back here in WTV's analysis studio. I'm joined by men's first team captain Alex Roberts. A pleasure to have you on, Alex, and it was a great 5-2 victory in the Cup. A solid performance. What were your thoughts on the game?
No, firstly, it's really good to be here. Overall, I was really happy. I think, as you'll see, first half we didn't quite hit the levels I expect us to. But you know, we went in 2-1 up, and second half we came out. The performance went up a notch or two, and we played kind of to our ability and kept the ball very well, passed and moved and scored some really good goals. So yeah, overall, pleased to progress to the next round of the Cup and hopefully establish a bit of momentum for the season going forward.
Absolutely, we can actually see a few of the highlights now on our analysis board. So starting with the opening goal, Alex, one thing I do want to highlight is your work in midfield. You were sort of like a workhorse engine, really dominating, playing some good short passing, and we just see here we get a break, it's passed through. Maybe the keeper should do better with the opposition here, but nonetheless it was really great to get the early goal.
Yeah, absolutely. The keeper is definitely in question there. But we said before we went out the importance of starting quick, playing at the right intensity, and kind of, you know, Andreas has played the ball through there to Tuvers. He's slightly fortunate, but you know, you make your own luck, and it's really good to get that early goal, like you say. Absolutely,
I do want to highlight Andreas actually. Andreas kicked around, had a fantastic game. Picked up a hat-trick, and here's the first one of his goals. I can just show you here, he's while they were chanting feed the Drake, he's a real strong player. And I can just pause it here and show you. You can tell he's got goal-scoring instinct because the keeper's left a lot of space open around the keeper. And that's anyone with goal-scoring instinct, that's where he wants to aim. He can want to bend around the keeper into the side of the net, and as we can see now, that is exactly what he does. A real goal-scorer's finish, and he's got that instinct, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the keeper's positioning isn't fantastic, but it's quite a difficult skill to be able to open your body and whip that ball into the far corner, and he's done it, executed it perfectly, so yeah, really good finish.
And a nice celebration there in front of our camera. And I think one of his best goals, one of the best goals of the game that we've recorded even live on WTV Extra Time, a fantastic free kick here. We've actually just got a virtual view for you to see, so this is the free kick, probably about 25 yards out. He's quite far, it's not really favouring a right footer as much, but as we're going to see, he really makes do with it. The keeper's quite far positioned to the right. He's going to want to bend over the ball into that top corner. And what I can just do now is play this clip for you. We can see the positioning of the defenders is quite good, but well, I think Drake, as he is nicknamed there, produces a wonderful finish we can see, and a top quality finish there, Alex.
Yeah, you could have two keepers in that in the goal, and they wouldn't have saved that. What I like about Dre is, you know, his willingness to take the free kick. There's no one else going to have that ball, and when you've got that sort of quality, you can see why that is one of the best goals that I've ever seen. So
yeah, absolutely. And the penalty as well. If you can just clear up, we weren't actually sure what actually happened for the penalty, why it was given. Can you shed some light on that?
There's a bit of confusion surrounding the penalty. Andreas was kind of clipped on the shins. He didn't go down. I think they were kind of quite unhappy about that. But the thing is, I think the referee was spot on. You don't necessarily have to go down for it to be a penalty. So it was a foul. The referee made the right call, and he's tucked it away there for his hat-trick.
Yeah, and just before we close off, I think the keeper had an excellent game. Luke Simpson, a couple of fantastic saves here. He really was the last line of defence, and a couple of saves when it was only 1-0 or 2-1 that really, I think, shifted the balance in your favour.
Yeah, Luke was fantastic on Wednesday. Shot stopping wise, he's second in his ability in that regard. It was absolutely fantastic, and he did. Yeah, he kept us in it because they to be fair to them, came out with a bit of heart, and they weren't a bad side. And that's when you need your keeper, to step up and sometimes keep you in the game, or maintain your lead. So yeah, Luke was brilliant.
And finally, just to close off, a goal that you highlighted to me off there. It was Mark Claremont. A nice half volley actually here, one that you've highlighted yourself. Really great technique, and nice to see a goal of that quality.
Yeah, I can't tell you how difficult that skill is. To get his knee over the ball from there, hit it on the half volley, control it, hit the bottom corner is fantastic, and he thoroughly deserved that goal. Mark was fantastic throughout, playing that number 10, kind of constantly causing Nottingham problems. So yeah, fully deserved, and I'm glad he's got his first Warwick goal.
And just to show you the formation screen here, I think we can highlight your importance in the role. And obviously, while they were chanting, as I said, the fans beat the Drake, and I think that's what you did in the end, giving Cipriano a lot of service, and that's what ultimately paid off in the game, I think.
Yeah, I said to you before the game, our job is to get that ball up to Andreas, because if he does have a chance, more often than not he'll take it, and that's what he did. But yeah, overall, really good performance. I but second half we defended much better than the first. I think Mark, we've highlighted already, very dangerous, playing between the lines, go and get that back four. So yeah, really happy.
Fantastic, thanks for joining us, Alex.
Thank you.
So now we're going to go to an interview that Chloe Wynn did with our sports officer Ruby about the rise in Warwick sport fees, varsity and the issues of initiations.
Start of the year, you've probably had one of the busiest starts in the sabbatical team, what with the Warwick price increases. How is that now?
It's certainly been an eventful first term. Obviously the increase was a bit of a shock to some people despite the kind of consultation process that that happened over the past 2 years. But a lot of people graduated and a lot of sports exec members graduated and the message didn't necessarily get trickled down. So it has been one of my priorities to communicate the changes and why they've been happening to all the members that felt like they weren't really sure what was going on. So hopefully most people are up to speed now, and in terms of sports clubs seem happy, and we're retaining members, and there's only a very few sports clubs that have kind of felt the hit, but they're sports clubs that feel a bit insecure on numbers every year. So the review hasn't really resulted in too much difference this year, which is good, which is what I like to hear.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question, whether membership figures have been compromised this year, but you're not really seeing much of an effect of that.
No, there's been a very slight drop. However, this drop has kind of been seen over the last 2 years. Personally, there's not a lot of research on it, but personally I think it's because of the increase in academic fees. So with the £9,000 fees, we've seen a bit of a drop off in all areas of extracurricular because people are tending to concentrate on their degree more than joining external things. So in terms of the drop off, we've seen a slight drop off, some of which will be due to the price increase in membership, some of which is just the trend at the moment, I think.
And then following on from that kind of drama, the initiations video that got leaked recently made national press, so that couldn't have been too easy to deal with for a sabbatical team.
Yeah, I mean, as a sabbatical team, our interests are the welfare of our members, and on the whole this year adoptions, initiations, or whatever you want to call them, have been a lot better, and we've only had kind of 2 reported incidents, whereas in previous years it's been up into the tens to 15 incidents have been reported. So this year I introduced a new adoptions policy that all sports clubs signed off at Sports Council, and generally the activities and the programme of events around that has been good, and most members and society members as well as sports clubs have felt welcomed and really enjoyed the evening. However, there is this one particular incident with the sports club that in this day and age has been caught on camera, and it doesn't show them in the best light at all. Whilst I'm kind of assured by the sports club that that clip was taken out of context, even if it's a 1:30 clip, it's not okay. So we're currently investigating what happened in the whole programme of the night. We're working closely with the university, the Students' Union and the university are working closely together along with Warwick Sport to see how we can kind of change this culture. And there's already been a culture shift. Many clubs this year did a welcome meal instead of initiations. So it's changing all the time, and in instances like this it's not acceptable. So we're looking into it, and hopefully next year there'll be even less incidents like that.
Yeah, definitely with other universities as well, thinking namely LSE and Nottingham have had quite big scandals within the press over similar things, mainly drinking and misogyny, I guess. What do you think about sport clubs kind of attracts that kind of culture, if anything?
Yeah, there's been a lot of focus on it from the media, especially this year, and it is something that we want to kind of get away from. At the start of term I delivered equality and diversity training, which had a focus on lad culture, so to speak, and a lot of sports clubs responded really positively to that. Obviously there's still a way to go, but as the SU as a whole is trying to promote this kind of equality and welcoming and inclusive environment for members, and lad culture is one of the things that's on its way out. We recently, when our part-time women's officer Josie had put in a bid for I Heart Consent, which is kind of a really good programme and training initiative that explains to everyone like what consent is and how lad culture is not in line with consent and all this kind of thing. So those sessions will start to be delivered soon this term and next term, and sports clubs are really, and societies are going to be really involved in that, which is really good, and it's a step forward So over the year, hopefully, we'll see a bit of a change, a shift.
How do you think we're doing this book season?
Well, we're currently 22nd in Bucks. We saw a bit of a dip last week. We didn't have a lot of fixtures on because it's reading week, obviously, nationally as well. But the week before last we were 20th, which is the position that we ended up in at the end of last year. And I'd love to be in the top 20, or well, really part of me wants to be in the top 15, but that's really ambitious. But we're currently 22nd, so we're kind of on the way, which is really good. Like we've just been climbing and climbing over the past few years. So hopefully, sports clubs will feel a little bit more motivated to go for it. And yeah, we're holding in good at the moment in Bucks. Yeah.
I've heard there's going to be some dramatic changes to the fixtures this year.
Yeah,
Can you tell us
not
about
dramatic as such, just from my perspective and on my manifesto, I said I wanted to make varsity a more campus-wide recognised event and to make it kind of bigger and better. And in terms of that, I mean like the support and the involvement of sporty people as well. So if you've got flatmates in the team, like get the flat along, go support them. And I think you can only kind of do that if you've got like the momentum up and like this big kind of atmosphere on campus. So basically we are kind of condensing varsity fixtures. So they won't be dragged over 2 weeks, they're going to be done in about 5 days, which is kind of like, boom, there's varsity fixtures for you. But hopefully people will be like playing on Saturday, say, and then go and watch the other team that's on after them, and that kind of community feel. We've also switched stuff up a bit. So the ice hockey opener, as it traditionally is, will actually be the finale, because it's a massive event and everyone loves it, and it's kind of like a guaranteed party, and it's a really close match between Coventry and Warwick, so it's like a really tense one. So it kind of made sense to put it at the finale. It's one that everyone looks forward to, everyone goes to, and at that point it could be like the toss-up between who wins the 25th varsity series, I suppose. So that'll be exciting, quite nerve-wracking, seeing as it is the big 2-5. But yeah, really excited for that.
So are there going to be any special events commemorating 25 years?
We're having more showcase events this time. So for example, women's netball will be on Saturday evening, and we'll make a bit of a song and dance about that. So we've got female showcase sport, which is something we always seem to lack as well. The ice hockey obviously will be big. We'll have like certain matches that will encourage people to get along to, and because they're all happening in quick succession, it will be really, really fun.
Great, thank you. It's been a jam-packed show so far, but we've still got more to come. Now is a new feature we're calling Get Involved. We're here at the WTV Sport climbing wall, and I'm about to get up there. So that's how it's supposed to be done, and now I'm going to have a go. Have you got any tips?
Okay, yes, so really before a little bit anyway, so you know, get your feet off the floor. Okay, use your feet, so get your hands on your feet, like going up a ladder.
Going up a ladder. It's surprisingly a real workout.
Yeah.
A few points I thought I couldn't really go any higher, I got a bit scared. So that's me having a go at rock climbing. Now over to Luke Brown with Sport News.
Hello and welcome to your latest Sport News update. Starting with some of the latest scores, and week 6 saw most teams in Midlands Conference Cup action. 2 Warwick teams to progress to the next round were the men's basketball team, who secured an impressive 60-44 win over Lincoln, and the women's netball firsts, who triumphed 61-16 over Staffordshire. Meanwhile, week 7 saw a return to Bucks action, and the women's tennis first team's 12-0 victory over the Montford arguably proved the pick of the action. Warwick now sit 22nd in the overall Bucks points table. In other news, the Discover Disabled Sports Festival takes place on Saturday 22nd of November. The event is designed to help create links with surrounding disabled sports clubs in the local area, as well as to educate Warwick students on a range of disabilities. It's free to attend and kicks off at the Sports Centre at 9 AM. And also, don't forget the CMD's Dance for Sport Relief, which is rapidly approaching on the Friday 28th of November. Right, that's your lot. Be sure to keep an eye on the boys' website for more sport news right across the holidays.
That's all we've got time for. Thanks for watching the show.